Hello everyone. Uh, Bad things will happen. That's what the title is. What the heck? Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that while I play Arsenal. Some of you may know this game. Super addictive. I used to be really good at it, but now I suck. But yeah, I'm gonna be just talking about the title while I play this game. So yeah, bad things happen. Bad things have happened. Bad things happen, and bad things will continue to happen. And I think most often we try to not accept that. You know, we try to accept that. We try not to accept that bad things are happening. Can't get the words out. I suck at English. Yeah, we try to accept that it's not gonna happen because of how much it hurts. You know, like I feel like in our upbringing, we're filled with hope. You know, because we're kids, we're naive. But even as kids, I feel like as you grow up, that sense of hope like slowly deteriorates. It's not something that makes you feel like full on suffering, but it slowly breaks down that sense of hope that you have, that sense of contentness. And then most often, while you're a kid, or even I feel like as a teenager, it happens more often. But you find that thing that gives you hope, whether it's something like a sport, or a hobby like art, or maybe someone like a group of friends, or someone you like, you know. And and that gives us that sense of hope back. But like, it's the only sense of hope that we have, you know, because that's what we cling on to. In the sense of broken world, that's the only thing that we cling on to. But then at some point, even that gets ripped away from us. And when I say ripped away, I don't necessarily mean like you just lose that thing, but that sense of hope that you got from that thing just dissipates, you know, and it leaves you in this state of like feeling lost, you know, like you don't know what to do because the only thing that was keeping you happy and full of hope is just gone. And then you actually suffer, you know, like your whole world gets turned upside down and you don't know what to do. And most often when that happens, we start pitying ourselves, you know. We say, I didn't deserve that, or I'll never do that thing again. I'll never love someone like that again. And like basically by doing that, by pitying yourself, you're just not allowing yourself to change. When I say pity, I don't mean that you didn't go through it. I'm not saying don't act like nothing happened to you, because obviously it hurts, and avoiding yourself that it did hurt is just gonna make it hurt more. But when I say we start pitying ourselves too much, I mean in a sense that we put this shield up around ourselves to stop us from ever feeling that's even a sense of hope again, because you're scared of it just getting ripped away again. And it leads us down this sense of apathy, you know, just not caring, because you don't want to care, because if you do care, you're just at a risk of getting hurt again. And if it makes us feel lost, even that state makes you feel lost, because you don't know what to do. You're just kind of a walking corpse at that point. And like so many people around me, I ask them, like, what do you want? You know, like, what do you, not like just casual, I'll be like, what do you want? Like in general, like, what do you want? And they just say, I don't know. And it's fair that they don't know, because they've just made themselves stuck in this moment from letting themselves experience more, because they're at that risk of getting hurt again. And I feel that's really detrimental to our development, to not let ourselves feel. But it's what people do most often, because they feel comfort in their sadness, you know, this comfort in not experiencing anything, because if you don't experience anything, you're not going to get hurt. And what I want to say about that is, you should let yourself get hurt. That sounds terrible. But yeah, like, I feel like you shouldn't let bad experiences turn your entire worldview upside down. And I was a victim of this thing, you know. Uh, like I was going through some things. It was like the first time I like was sad at this level. Um, but you know, I was just feeling lost. You know, I didn't know what to do. And then one of my good friends, told me. He was a bit older than me, but that's probably why he told me this, because he already experienced it. But he told me this thing, that a bad time doesn't mean that you're gonna have a bad life. You know, this one experience that you have is not gonna shape the rest of your life unless you let it shape the rest of your life. You know, if you let yourself stay in that state of solitude and like a sense of pittiness, that you'll never do something like that again. It stops you from developing as a person. So there's so many thoughts going through my head, but I feel like, yeah, it's important to realize that these things that we experience, because most often this happens in our teenage years, right? Where we have very little experience in the world, but once we get this one really, really bad experience, it turns our entire world upside down, because that's what you start thinking the world from now, that it's just fully on broken. You know, you lose that complete sense of you lose all that sense of hope. Am I really this bad, dude? What the heck? You lose all that sense of hope, and you don't let yourself progress more. And again, I was also like that. I was also just feeling lost in life, because I didn't know what to do in this, you know, the state of the world that's just full of just bad things. But I think it's important to recognize that bad things are gonna happen, but you can't let that change who you are and who you're going to become. Can't let it halt your development as a person, you know. And I feel like it gets to a point, like I was saying, that sense of pitying yourself. It gets to a point in your life at some point, like when you actually have responsibility. I say like maybe even like 18. I say even after, a little bit after 18, but as soon as possible is probably the best option. But we get to that point where our way of living is entirely dependent on us. You know, it's not any of the bad things that happened to you. It's not any of the trauma that you got. It's you, you know, because at some point you have to stop blaming it on other people, not any other people, other things, and start recognizing that that does not have to shape your entire life. And I think what I mean by that is you have to forgive yourself, because most often people blame themselves for getting hurt, and that's why they don't let themselves get hurt again, because they blame themselves that I let myself get hurt. And it's really sad, because you're so hard on yourself while being so gracious to others, and it's just sad to see that we never are that merciful to ourselves, and that's what stops us from growing. Sorry. Oh my goodness, it stops us from growing. Ooh! It stops us from growing. And yeah, I feel like, because once you get hurt, you know that sense of hurt, and while you're in that state of being hurt, you hurt others because you're just sorry. That sucked. You're scared of getting hurt, and that you put that shield up around yourself. But by putting that shield up around yourself, you start to hurt others. Not intentionally, obviously it's not gonna be intentional, but you still start to hurt them. And then you start to feel that guilt. You start to shoulder that sense of guilt, because you know what being hurt feels like. But people just start pitying themselves again. You know, they don't think they don't deserve to. They don't deserve to have something nice happen to them because they heard something from them getting hurt. And I think it's important to realize that you have to forgive yourself. You have to love yourself to even face everything else in the world, because At the end of the day, all you have is you. You know, people may think that they know you, but at the end of the day, it's legit only you who knows who you are. And all these game modes suck. At the end of the day, it's only you who knows who you are. And I think you're robbing yourself of just experiencing by putting yourself in this state of apathy. I think it's important to just let yourself experience, you know, to not let yourself get stuck on the road, to just keep moving forward, and regardless of what happens, to just come back from it. And that sounds so like general, because getting hurt is so much more complicated than that. But like literally letting yourself get hurt over and over again is gonna teach you things. Like even right now, when I first got hurt, I got this cold feeling in my chest, you know. And I hate that feeling because it just feels so uncomfortable. Like it literally feels like my chest is just cold. You know, and I was just scared of that feeling. And then I got that feeling again one more time, and I still hated it. But then today, I got that feeling again, and this time I was thankful for it. Not thankful that I was getting hurt, but I was thankful for being able to learn something from this, because I know that like my heart is heavy right now, but I know that this thing that's hurting me, it's gonna help me learn, you know. And yeah, I don't think of this suffering as something that's gonna make me love less. It's not gonna be something that makes me experience less, but instead make me experience even more, you know, because these experiences is what builds who we are. I hate that gun so much. Is what builds who we are. And oh, sorry. I think that sooner or later you're gonna realize that, like I was saying, that your way of life is dependent entirely on you, and you have to start thinking about how you plan to live the rest of your life. You know, are you really gonna let yourself stay in this state where you just don't progress and experience? Because if you really are, you're literally just robbing yourself the entire life, dude. Like you're literally just a machine at that point. You know, you may have a career in mind, and you know, a hobby. You may even have your hobby, but literally, what do you actually want? And you know, I hope people can answer that question one day for themselves, because this thing really has a lot of people lost. Yeah, I don't want to go too depth with it because I don't want to make this video super long. But yeah, my main point is let yourself experience, you know. Don't let bad things stop you from being human, you know. Don't let yourself be a robot. Let yourself feel, and let yourself learn, you know. Because that learning is only gonna make you a better person, you know. All that suffering is not a reflection of you, it's the reflection of the world. And you deciding to rise even with all those bad things happen to you is a sign that you're alive, you know, that you're fighting. Not even fighting, it's more so, what's the word? Just, I guess fighting works. I don't like to use the word fighting because it makes you feel like you're doing something, like you're literally like being violent, you know. But that's not the thing. When I say letting yourself experience is get hurt, get good things. That's the most important thing. That there's gonna be good things, and there's gonna be bad things, and you just have to accept at one point that the bad things are also bound to happen. You know, you can't continually let yourself be protected from those bad things, because ultimately bad things is what you know, leads you to grow the most. And yeah, I don't want to get into it. I'll probably make more videos talking about more stuff, but I don't wanna go too deep into this. I think I've said my main point. Yeah, just don't let yourself get stuck. Don't pity yourself, and don't let yourself feel lost. You know, let yourself progress as a person, and let yourself experience life. And yeah, I probably regurgitated that stuff so many times. But yeah. I'll probably make more videos like this. You know, it's embarrassing. Not really. It's not that embarrassing. I mean, it kind of, like, I say it's embarrassing because people legit don't know me like this. Wait. Yo, I might have to keep talking. This is the best map in base. Yo, Matrix? I gotta win this next game. Okay, let me lock in. But yeah, even right now, I'm just, even like making this video, I'm experiencing. I gotta get a win. I gotta get a win. You know, it's me trying. I might get embarrassed. People might clown me for this. Most importantly, people are gonna see a whole different new side to me because I've never really been like this with anyone. I mean, I made one video, but only a couple people know. And but yeah, this might go bad, this might go good, but that's the whole point. It's experiencing. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I like making these videos, but I just like making videos. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Dude, I can't let these dudes win. Dude, what the flip, bro? There. I missed all my shots. Cannot lose this. This is the best map. I suck, bro. I'm actually falling off. I'm actually falling off. I'm falling off. Dude. I don't like he has 22 kills already. That not kill her. I hate the presence so much, dude. Holy. Yeah, sorry, should I just end the video here? Actually, no, I'm gonna finish the game first. Even though I probably won't win. But, yeah. It probably looks so chaotic to someone who's never played Hearthstone before. But it's fun. I like he's right above me. Well, there you go. 3rd place, good enough for my first time back. But yeah. Thank you everyone who's watched this. How long is this? 20 minutes. Holy, yeah, I've yapped too much. Thank you for anyone who watched this all the way. But yeah, God bless, and yeah, I might make more videos.